So as I returned home to Symbolicy, the roots of all my projects, a floodgate of dreams and visions for the story started representing themselves, and I felt, compelled to tell this story. And it was then that I knew it was time to get back into character in order to tell a story of the mystic, in order to allow the floodgates of possibilities to open, In my early return to Symbolicy, a bunch of ideas and concepts and storylines were vying for my attention in order to tell their stories. It was, again, getting to be a little bit overwhelming. I didn't know which direction to take, which road I'm going to travel in order to kind of get to the main source of Symbolicy. So I decided to just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and allow these concepts just to represent themselves to me, to kind of let me tell their stories. For the past 4 years or so, I've been on a disconnect from Seattle, from the music, the arts, the people, and of course the happenings around the city. So in my personal palace of exile, I created a project entitled See Art Tell. See Art Tell consists of a bunch of creative ideas that I came up with that would pay tribute to not only communities, but to the variety of artists here in Seattle. So the goal of See Art Tell is to take these ideas, these concepts, to work with the right medium, the right artist, to see and experience their art while telling their story. Though I don't feel it's quite time to focus my energy on this project, I do feel it's time to take baby steps in reaching out to gain an audience in this grassroots style. Maybe finding like-minded folks to help see this vision through. The original Green Man video was my first video allowing people to get a glimpse of who I am, what I'm about, what my projects entail. It also represents life experience that kind of transformed who I am to this day. And for me, it's like a planting of seeds. And after 4 years and 60 videos later, me returning back to the Green Man would allow me to revisit those ideas, those concepts, and see how those seeds have blossomed into something bigger, something fuller. And the goal would be to focus on those ideas and expand on them. It's going to be interesting to read this. There was a good group of older folks. I started to read this years later. I did the underground tour. They were from good times, scaring. I went to Sterling, and that's where William Wallace did it. I was left filled with a positive energy, and I remember Lonnie and I outside and looked up and seeking salvation with the spirits of the sea. My next step was to ask a silent prayer to the Irish spirits. He also gave me another stone for protection.
I have just traveled for thousands of miles over high mountains and frozen springs. Though I'm exhausted, I must keep flying until the day I no longer can lift up my
Greg Bacher was my creative writing and English teacher in the early 2000s, and I was deeply grateful to have him as a teacher in my life, because his classes were dedicated to opening and expanding your mind through your writing, through your creating, and it helped inspire me to create a project dedicated to teachers in the classroom as well as in life.
Lots of stories to write and make happen here. Brandon, a good free write. You are a true madman.
Brandon, that's one crazy and entertaining bug story.
Brandon, a far-reaching and ambitiously written piece, lots of good ideas and emotions.
Brandon, this is one of your more focused essays of the quarter. Try to blend your quotes into your text.
Brandon, cool stories, weird and surreal. I love the image of sinking into the oil paint.
Brandon, well, thank you. You are a true creative madman. Good luck with all of your future endeavors.
With the See Art Tells series, it gives me an opportunity to connect and collaborate with artists of Seattle in an outwardly fashion. And with the Green Man series, it gives me an opportunity to go within myself to discover the progression of the ideas and concepts that I created. But the main project that spoke the loudest to me was the creation of the script Symbolicy. And Symbolicy would tell the story of the mystic. And though we don't see the mystic himself in the original script, Seeing Through the Mystic, we learn of an old, wise, spiritual, offbeat, recluse man who, before he dies, leaves his packet, basically his manifesto entitled Symbolicy. And the goal was to plant these seeds all around the Seattle area for strangers to come across and basically transform their lives. And since Seeing Through the Mystic has morphed many times and taken on many roads, it wasn't until I returned to Symbolicy that I feel it was necessary to tell the story of the mystic in a very clever, very unique style. And plus, this opportunity would allow me to connect both outwardly and inwardly, which is the sole purpose of this project.